So my name is Samantha Hanlon, and today I'm going to be peer reviewing Gabrielle Goddard's composition part 1. So I wanted to start off by saying the images were very unique, and I love the overall composition elements included in the images. Overall, the artist really understood what composition was, and you could see it through their images. There was a lot of things, like this image right here showed a lot of pattern, and it had a very unique pattern, and it kind of had a little depth to it as well. And there was also some shape in here with all of this and just the building in general, which I really loved. And there was also other images, such as this one, for example, which had a lot of negative space around it, but it also had a lot of central space right here, which I really enjoyed because it draws your eyes into the central image right here, which was really nice. So overall, the artist really understood the overall idea behind the composition, and they also included a lot of images, as you can see. So they really understood the project, and they definitely did a great job with it. For the how effective they were with the certain type of elements and principle of designs in photography, the artist effectively used different elements of photography and composition to showcase the different parts of the images. For example, one of the images that I really liked was this one. So what I really liked about this image was that there was sort of like a line leading to the stage right here. I believe this was taken outside of Memorial Hall, I think. And I really liked, and you can see in this image too a little bit more because you can see more of the stage right here. So I really liked how the stepping stones kind of added as a line for your eyes and sort of made it like you were going towards the focal point of the stage right here. So it kind of draws your eyes into the central image, like right here, and then it draws you up right here to the main part of what I assume to be the main part of the image. So I really liked how had that line and then a little bit of like negative space and everything around it. And it also had a lot of texture with, you could see like the individual blades of grass right here, which is really cool. Another image that I really liked was, I have to find it, this one right here. What I really liked about this one was the kind of like depth to it, so you can kind of see how large the building actually is in the image. And I really liked the way the artist played with the light and color. So you can sort of see the light coming in here and kind of like cascading over the leaves. And I really liked how that kind of like manipulated the color a little bit. And I really liked how, I'm not sure if this was from the light or not, but I really liked how it also hit this window right here. Just overall, I really liked how the color hit it and the depth created by the actual building. There are, however, other images that definitely could use a little bit of work. They're a little bit weaker than the some of the images that were really great. So one of them that could use improvement was this one. It had a little bit of like a glaze, kind of looked like it was like one of those like mirror like glazes over the image, which kind of distracted from the overall image, and it kind of took away from the image. I'm not sure if it was shot out of a moving vehicle or just for some reason had that kind of gaze on it. And it really does, I like the color on the building, but it really doesn't have like a central point for your eye to look at. It's kind of just like, kind of like a basic image and doesn't really have like any like central point for your eye to look at or anything like that. But there were also images like these were sort of a little bit more, they had some pattern right here with the windows and everything, but I think it could have been had a little bit added to if it was taken from like a different angle and added a little bit of depth, because it's kind of like the building is just shot directly on and it's all you see, and I think it would be nice if there was a different angle to the image. But overall, the images were really nice, and I liked especially like ones like this. I like how the depth was kind of like, um, it looked like it goes on past the image, which I really liked. But there were also just a little bit of kind of, uh, I guess, little like mishaps. Like in this image, someone's legs are in the corner. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but it kind of takes away from the overall, I'm assuming, vocal point of the image. And it also, it's kind of hard because the light is shining on the tree behind the statue, so it's sort of hard to focus on the statue. And then with these as well, it's kind of hard to see the composition given that the main vocal point is another piece of art, so it takes away from the composition of the image because your attention is sort of drawn to the overall art within the image. And there's also, you can see a little bit of a gaze from like someone's shirt or something that kind of takes away from the image. But overall, it was a nice image, and it's a really awesome piece of art. But again, with this, you can see a little something right here, and like the little light sort of takes away from the image. So overall, I think the artist did a really good job. There are definitely other images in here like this one that I really like with the light cascading and the sort of negative space around the central point of the image, which is this right here. So overall, the artist showed great composition with their shape, the line, with the one image, their form, their texture, the pattern, and the overall just color is really great. But I think the artist might want to step outside of their comfort zone. Maybe there's a lot of images from campus and just buildings, so it might be nice for the artist to step outside their comfort zone, maybe with like some landscape or some people. Photography, I think it would be really interesting to see their point of view on things like that. And maybe different angles, like a little bit more of a depth perception. Like with this image, there's some depth with the structure of the image, and I like how the person here kind of serves as a point to see how large the image is, but it might be nice to see kind of like different angles of the building, especially with these here, just like a different angle, possibly. But overall, the artist showed great sense of composition and great imagery, and I think they did a great job with their composition as well, given that it is the first assignment, and I think they'll do a great job with their final project as well.